What's up, everybody? We know the last thing you need is another fitness podcast to catch you up on the newest trends, fad diets, and factitious fat-blasting workouts that'll be dead within the coming decade. Enter Marianna and myself, Tony. We made the Fitness Stuff podcast to make exercise and nutrition science practical. Our goal is to expose misinformation in the industry by providing only evidence-based education, where today is an episode of Fit Myth Monday, where I ask Marianna about the juice and detox cleanse diet fad that is going on through the internet today. Marianna, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I woke up and chose a little bit of violence today. So what better way to start off the week than by talking about amazing juice cleanses and the power of detoxification.
I'm excited to hear about this. You just got me excited. I like choosing violence. That's a good start to the morning. So what I did is I pulled up, just trending on TikTok right now, one of my favorite juice and detox videos I saw. So I wanted to show it to you, blind react, get your opinion on it, and then you can start a conversation, yeah? Let's
All right.
The Waist Snatcher, that's the title of the video.
Try this juice recipe to help you remove belly fat and trim your waistline.
Okay. All right. We're getting a snatched waist from some apple, some ginger. What else was even in there? I was a little...
Turmeric.
Nothing else. Just try this detox drink recipe to help you achieve a smaller waist. How
It's
many?
almost summer, so...
40.8K likes, 126 comments, 2,415 shares. Okay.
200,000 shares?
2,415 shares.
Okay, still bad.
I wouldn't be surprised though. Yeah,
No, they're all over the place.
This is the stuff that goes viral.
Okay, so what are your first, just on this one, and then we can go deeper into the kind of detox cleanse. One, is this detox drink going to get me a snap?
Absolutely not. No. And it's clickbait. That's what it is. And I hate how, like, in the world of YouTube, people identify clickbait and they're like, yeah, this is clickbait. They're trying to get people to watch their video. But here it's like, people are so invested. That's why they go viral. This is just one of the thousands of videos exactly like this that I get tagged in every single day because it's sexy, one, it sells, and it seems like a quick and easy fix. No matter how many times you and I can say it, other people on the internet could say it in this space, there's a quick and easy fix is a red flag, but for some reason that's just not sticking.
But we keep falling for them. I know. These videos, this is not just for everyone watching. This is an internet, I would say an internet craze. Not even a trend, but like a craze where these pop up. And these are always the ones that get the most likes, the most grabs, the most shares, the most saves. And I don't even know, like this one grabbing turmeric. I'm like, I wonder how many boosted sales turmeric got just from this one video, because it just goes out. And I want you to explain, if you could, not what detoxing or cleansing really means, but what they're selling it as to start off. So what are these people selling a quote unquote detox or cleanse as?
Yeah, essentially in the context of, that's what this is, diet culture. Modernized diet culture in the sense that you're not buying some like slim fast beverage, you're making it from Whole Foods. So it's disguised as diet culture. And these are good foods for you. They're nutritious, but this is just selling a quick and easy fix that this drink is going to make you lose weight. You're going to drink this and you're going to lose weight. And this is what you need. This is the key to it.
I think that's what diet culture kind of is. So let's paint and label an enemy, which now is the word no one really knows what it is. Let's label an enemy that no one really understands, that we could paint like a fake villain face on. Let's explain to them, it's not your fault that you're not losing weight. It's not your fault that you don't have a snatched weight. It's because of this villain. It's their fault, the villain's fault.
Yeah.
But good news, we have a solution that you can buy from us to detox, to cleanse your system. Okay, let me ask you this, because I think this is where most people get confused. I think this would dismantle a lot. Can you explain what an actual toxin is?
I'm so glad you asked. I can explain it, but I'll also give you the definition first.
Perfect.
Of what a toxin actually is. It's an antigenic poison or venom of plant or animal origin, especially when produced by or derived from microorganisms, and causing disease when present at low concentration in the body. Okay,
so that's the definition of it. So give us a Cliff Note version for us normal people. What's a toxin? What is actually a toxin?
It's really anything that is poisonous, could cause disease. Your body recognizes as foreign and wants to eliminate right away. So a good example I think of is alcohol. So you can get alcohol poisoning if you have too much of it, but our body recognizes alcohol and immediately stops all other energy utilization pathways and is going to convert to ethanol metabolism, which is alcohol, in order to get rid of this. I need to get rid of it immediately because if it stays in my blood, it's eventually going to become toxic at a level that's too high for me to get rid of, and I could die. Drugs.
I actually love that point. Well, because, okay, let's pause there. I think that was a huge point. So this is the perfect example. I don't think most people think of alcohol as something that our body sees as poisonous, right? Or as sees as toxic. But the process that you just described, right? Because alcohol does contain energy, it contains calories that doesn't come from proteins, carbs, and fats. So just like you said, as soon as alcohol enters our body, right, it contains energy. Our body stops using energy from carbohydrate sources, fat sources, to get rid of the toxin present. So here's what I love about this. Once you realize that, your body does a pretty good job of getting rid of that toxic presence, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. On its own. If you drink alcohol, do you need to drink a juice cleanse or a detox tea to get the alcohol out of your body, or does your body do that by itself?
No, your body, and I am so glad that you brought up that point, because your body does it yourself. And that's also one of the reasons why, especially if you drink too much, then like a hangover, why you feel so low energy is because your primary energy pathway for like your brain, and this is why you get a lot of headaches, is carbohydrate metabolism. And you're still trying to get rid of that alcohol in your body, so you feel like crap because you're not putting energy towards other things in your life that typically you don't think twice about, preventing you from not getting a headache or feeling lethargic.
I've never thought about it that way either, from the source of the hangover. It's like, why do you feel so lethargic? Why can't you think? Why do you have a headache? Mm-hmm. It's because you haven't been giving your brain its preferred source of energy. That's actually huge. Okay.
And then we also have, we're exposed every single day to potentially toxic substances. And again, in the definition of what a toxin is, it's really important to highlight when present at a low concentration. So when I was talking about alcohol, it's potentially poisonous, and the body recognizes that and does everything it can to get rid of it. So every day we're exposed to bacteria in the air, we're exposed to viruses, anything that you could possibly think of, little things you can't even see. And our liver and kidney produces enzymes to constantly detox, so to say, anything that is potentially harmful. And they do that around the clock. So it's this assumption with this detox diet and cleansing that we're not already doing that, or that our body isn't good at it and we need to make it
supplement,
better.
Right? Yeah, supplement with something to make it better. That's what always makes me laugh the most, because then these companies too, I feel like they sell you that, no, your body doesn't do a good enough job on its own. They don't do this. But here's my favorite thing, is because you can really pick apart, if you get into just logical flaws in these people's pitches or advertisements. Here's the thing that gets me. Like you said, there's countless actual toxins that we interact with every single day. So certain ingredients that go into these detoxes, right? The teas, the drinks, the cleanses, whatever it is, may aid in processing an individual toxin, right? They might. But here's what I always love, is these products never list what specific toxins they actually are helpful for. Because a toxin like arsenic is probably going to get excreted from the body a lot differently than something a little bit less like alcohol. Two very different pieces there. But these supplement companies never care to specify that. They just put a blanket on all of them. That's usually the thing that does it.
And that assumes too, if you need this detox supplement or drink, or even if you're just labeling something as detoxifying, it assumes that you have something wrong with your liver and kidney function. So a healthy person who has a properly functioning liver and kidney are going to get rid of the toxins on a daily basis. If they didn't, and toxins built up in your blood, you would die. So if you are noticing signs of maybe potentially toxic compounds that are building up in your blood, or waste that you can't excrete, that's a sign that, oh, hey, I need to go check out how my liver and kidney are functioning. And maybe I have an underlying disease that's causing this to happen. So the assumption that your body isn't working, and how do you know
And that's
that?
my favorite part too. It's okay. We can even play along with the game, right? If your liver and kidneys, or that's two of many different organs that help process and excrete toxins, right?
Yeah.
If, let's just say, your liver and kidneys aren't working, would you advise people to go buy a detox tea or go see a doctor freaking now to solve the actual problem?
You need to go to an emergency room right away.
Exactly. It's not something you can just live with for months and months with a non-functioning liver or kidney and just skate by and just, that's what's stopping me from lose weight. That's what's stopping me from
And
this
that's how
energy.
insane that, like, it sounds so insane when we're like, no, you would literally have to go to the hospital. We're talking about death here. That's how insane this health claim is. That's the whole point, that this is just absolutely wild. Say you're hungover and you want to, or you just ate all week, you went on vacation and you want to feel a little bit better. There are nutrient dense foods. There are foods that are going to provide you with more hydration, more energy, more vitamins that are going to prevent fatigue. That's just
Exactly.
You're fueling your body better than you were. So you're going to feel better. But then again,
Exactly.
if you go on like a juice cleanse or detox cleanse and you're just drinking liquids and say you lose weight or something, or you feel lighter, or you weren't eating all week. So
There's no mystical detoxifying properties, right? Oh, you lost 5 pounds this week. It's like, is it because you were clogged up with toxins, or was it because you starved yourself to 600 calories a day and were in a massive calorie deficit, lost water weight, lost carbohydrate storage, lost all that? Because that's that's the biggest thing that people are like, here's the argument against it. People who have done the detoxes, done the cleanses, right? They're like, I did it and it made me feel great. But I think that's to your point too. It's okay. If you're on vacation, if you're eating like crap, if you're just eating greasy, fried, crappy food, you're not sleeping, you're drinking alcohol, and then you immediately come back and switch to a diet, which they label as a detox or cleanse diet, but really it's just like more fruits, more vegetables, right? Like
Crazy.
really more whole foods. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I actually feel a lot better. Are you feeling better because you had toxins built up from all the crappy food? Or are you feeling better just because you're feeding yourself better?
yeah, obviously it's because you're feeding yourself better, but that doesn't sell, Tony. We're trying to sell something. We're trying to get views. Come on.
Exactly. And I think that's, and even too, then I think the other last argument, I think we've already talked about this, but just to put the nails in the coffin too, because we're going to get a comment on this video. And it's going to be from someone we don't know without a profile picture. And they're going to say,
User 123789.
user,
11.
yeah, exactly, with 43 numbers after it. I lost 20 pounds off a detox diet. Where I was just doing smoothies for breakfast and I fasted the rest of the day. So what do you have to say about that fitness stuff podcast?
I think that is great that you had a personal experience that you enjoyed. I also know that if you are significantly reducing your calorie intake and not eating much food and transitioning from maybe eating an ultra processed diet, a lot of alcohol, and now you're just drinking water and smoothies, naturally you're going to lose a lot of that water retention from a lot of the sodium and the alcohol you were just having. That's very normal. And also if you're having a lot of high fiber foods, juices, smoothies, you're going to be spending some time in the bathroom. So naturally you didn't detox anything. Your body would have done this anyway. If you were just eating kind of a balanced diet, you would have felt better with some water and food.
That's what I always love it. It's like they just forego all the basic principles, like a calorie deficit. Could this have put me? No. And that's the crazy thing too, is when they lose weight so fast, they always forget. It's okay. And another talk we've done, right? Weight loss versus fat loss. If you lose 15 pounds in a week, you didn't lose 15 pounds of fat. Probably
Yeah, no.
maybe a third of that, maybe a half. But how much is coming from just water retention? Like you talked about, stored carbohydrates, stored glycogen, right?
And then it goes into this, I'll quickly touch on this because this can open up a whole different can of worms, but really, like you can eat vegetables in toxic amounts. Like anything could have the potential to be toxic. Fat soluble vitamins, if you're eating vegetables high in fat soluble vitamins, any excess is not excreted in the urine like a water soluble vitamin. You store it. And if you store it in toxic amounts, you're going to have significant health effects because of that. And that's very rare. That's very uncommon. But our risk is greater than it used to be because we do have these supplements that are doses 1,000 times the recommended. So it's not common, but vitamin and mineral toxicity is a thing, and people just ignore that.
They think the more the better if it's label it as a good thing.
Yeah.
It's 100. I agree. It's literally anything, any food, any vitamin. It's like the poison's always in the dose. Good, bad, healthy, unhealthy. It's like, especially when you see some of these green powders today, it's like they pack, it's like, oh, vitamin C, let's not give you 100% of your daily recommended value. Let's give you 10,000%. Every vitamin, let's give you 30 times more than your body could possibly ever need or handle. Mm-hmm. And people are like, oh, it's a vitamin. Good. Good is good. It's asterisk next to that, right?
Yeah. You're not going to have any extra superpowers because you're having more than your body needs. And if it's a water-soluble vitamin, your body's just going to be like, all right, I'm going to pee that out. See ya. However, $70 down the toilet. Come on.
Yeah. That's why people are like, why is my pee bright green after I take my multi? Because you're not absorbing much of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this. Final note. Let's put the stamp of approval. Detox cleanses. Are they legit or are they... We got to come up with a funny catchphrase.
They're
but
shit.
for right now, let's say...
Legit or shit. They're shit.
Legit or shit. They're shit. All right. I actually like that a lot.
Let me go through what you can do real quick. I'm going to say what you can do instead. Say you just went on vacation, you just had a long weekend, you were eating everything under the sun, drinking, what have you. It's not like you need to start over. If you recognize you feel like crap, all right, let's have some more water this week. Let's add in a serving of vegetables, high fiber vegetables at each meal. Let's have some good lean proteins and a source of whole grains as your center. That's what your focus is going to be.
So I go trash myself. I come back. I don't spend $90 on a detox. I just go eat well.
Yeah.
Is what you're telling me.
Go to the grocery store. If you do have that money to spend, buy it on some fresh produce.
Is that easy?
Yeah, and it's also sustainable. But I'm not telling you you're
probably
going to lose 30 pounds in 3 weeks. Unfortunately, it's not how it works. But you'll feel better.
Prescribed by Miss Marianna.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. And if you do, always a reminder, if you are ever thinking about taking any supplements, discuss it with your doctor first. We're just here to help you out, but we aren't doctors. We don't know you. This is just general education, advice. Talk to your doctor.
That's why you're number one. It's because I don't say stuff like that. All right. We'll talk to y'all next week. Next time.
Yeah, next week, every Monday. Be here. You don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it.